Alright, we're back. Let's head through the Automech facility and head to the western part of Prateor. Hi, Bear Pair. How are you? Oh, we're doing okay. A little bit sick, but still doing okay. How's the Metroid Prime 3 going? Are you excited for Prime 4? Okay. Do we think we can just climb up here? Probably not, huh? We probably have to... access it from somewhere else. Maybe this building. Lightning Tower Northeast. Examine. Okay. Number of disconnected wires, scrapes, bent corners lead you to believe that a part was removed from here with great force and little working knowledge of the panel. Above the area the missing part was used here is a note written in barely legible hand. Read the note. Given the terrible handwriting and worse spelling, you suspect this note was written by a scrapper. It warns the reader not to steal any more parts or the protection will be very, very, very much matter. The note also leads to a scrapper camp to the east. Carefully slot the missing part into place within the panel. It locks with a satisfying click, reassuring you that you've inserted it properly. Nice. Recalibrate Lightning Tower. Status active. Power from that discharge is now being routed to grounding station. Okay. So that's set. We should be able to get our first set of shock grenades or whatever they were. Okay. Hopefully the other lightning towers are easy to find. Automechanicals.
Troublemaker approaching.
Ooh.
Inside are leaking outside, Commander.
Assist me, will you? My death would be a stain on both of us.
Don't make me bury another agent. Let me know when you need it express.
There may be valuable parts at this location that can improve this unit's functionality. Performing a thorough search of the Automech factory is
Look at
advised.
you, court slow,
This
Commander.
to maximize your Valorant unit's combat effectiveness. Building factory schematic. It is likely the desired parts are being stored somewhere on the ground floor.
Not walking this off. Stand me back up.
Nice. These guys are so fucking strong. All the Gorvids, it's like... Excuse me. Alright, we'll have to... So... Val mentioned her second upgrade might be found somewhere inside the Automech facility on Prateor. Nice. I'm guessing we're going to be facing mostly Automechs here. Automech production facility. Okay, those guys are Protectorate. Are they hostile Protectorate? Okay. Shockwave Pulse Hammer. Okay. Terminal controls whether the facility's loading dock charging stations. With the proper keycard or a little automechanical know-how, one could dispatch the nearby Automechs to their charging station. I mean, sure. I think it's worthless since we just killed them all, but... Could formulate a trauma kit if I had 14 medical. Little more than I have.
Prosecuting viscerally. Unleash my might upon them.
It's a little weird that
Every single one.
we're just fighting Protectorate without any issues, but...
Of the sovereign.
Janitor mech, that's no worry to us.
Nice weather we have been having, or not having. Goodbye.
Nice weather we have been having, or not having. Goodbye. So many flywheels. How do we open this? Ooh. Prototype Uranium armor. Removing the prototype without authorization will result in a security lockdown. Okay, we have to remember to do that, though. Because if that gives us, like, full protection against uranium... then we need that.
Suspicious data.
None shall stand against us.
Got my lens on an unfriendly.
Got here. Highlight Hope. How are you, gorgeous? Lurk away. Okay. Well, find a way to the west side of Prateor. We did that. House the Dead by Daddies. A little sad they're not releasing a bug fix patch this week, because ever since the update it's been so buggy that I can, like, barely really play it. Alright, let's grab this uranium armor then. Out of limbo.
Caution subjects. A security breach has been detected. A full laboratory lockdown is now in effect. Repeat, this is a full laboratory lockdown. Stay calm, remain vigilant.
How are you still upright over there?
Always trust with the sovereign protects.
Our world is back on track. Kill this like that. Lower the rate of death on the job.
How are we supposed to get out of here then? So that's just sealed. Hi Nick, how are you?
Whatever you need, Commander. Just name it. Sure. Always happy to tour.
Large plasma charge. We'll get a few of these. Oh, still sick, but we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. Inventory, explosives, plasma grenade. A way out of here somewhere I'm not seeing? Yeah, we're hanging in. Hi, David. Thank you for the streak.
The idea is to kill them before you die.
Oh, hang on. Security routines. Disengage checkpoint security. There we go. Streaking and lurking. We love a streak and a lurk. But yeah, it's both Moose and I got some sort of a cold after Thanksgiving. Go figure. Sachs, I've received your request for an additional laboratory key. I must say I'm categorically against this request. We've already detected multiple vulnerabilities due to your team's apparent inability to secure every other copy of the key. An additional key simply exacerbates the problem. Adjunct Cogburn, I of course respect your concerns over the security of our facility, and I would normally defer to your expertise and authority. However, the members of my staff who repeatedly leave keys unattended have again been disciplined and shall not make the same mistakes again. Also, I do not wish to push too fine a point on the Gorvid quill. So long as we remain with this facility, I officially outrank you, so you will kindly acquiesce to my request. Devisor, how terribly disappointed I am to find you pulling rank over a decision that I, as adjutant in charge of security for this facility, should be left to make. I will also remind you, Devisor, that repeated violations, by simple definition, demonstrate that discipline repeatedly fails. Perhaps a mental refreshment should be considered. The Protectorate thrives eternally. Ooh. Adjutant, I require the demanded extra key so we may provide one to an off-site security group. The Sovereign feels should be kept abreast of our developments. It is no longer a request. You will provide me with said key. Saxon his damn keys. Since the project began, the Zeranium Armor development team have lost their keys to a total of 27 times. Unacceptable. Barring some manner of social experiment or traitors' desire for outsiders to breach this facility, they can fend for themselves. For reasons only the Sovereign knows, rather than leave security for this facility under the purview of the military, the head scientist is in command. And while that man may be brilliant at isotopic Zeranium diffusion, he's an utter dullard at running the facility. My team has made a game of who can find each strewn about security key. So far, Lead is in the lead, though Angstrom is fast on her heels. There's also an entirely unauthorized betting pool over what will be the strangest location one turns up. I place my lot on one being accidentally thrown into a waste bin, but given we've already discovered one trapped inside a hatch in the suit itself, I fear I'm not even in the running. It's only day 2. The day before last, I was forced to deliver Devisor Sachs a copy of the Zeranium Armor laboratory key. Supposedly it was provided to some mysterious off-site security element. I wonder what the Sovereign has in mind. Holding jump allows you to hover by spending gadget energy. Will also keep you alive even at death's door, but builds Zeranium poisoning while at 0 health, which can eventually kill you. Huh. You can hover with it. Interesting.
I shall reduce them to a slurry. I am trying to punish.
My injuries are not superficial.
Well, maybe you should try harder. Oh, what is that?
Put them down humanely.
Get out of here.
Knew you had my back.
I feel drivers.
You have my
Manufacture one.
Oh, come on. That was right on her face.
Refilling my...
Office. Scrambler coil. Hack 17. Sovereign's Automech life support laboratory log on. The Sovereign is dead. No matter how many times it is repeated, no matter how many times I try and process the news, it is an iron spike driven directly through my temple. And while yes, I'm filled with hope renewed at the ascension of our new Sovereign Henry, it'll be ages before I finish mourning Sovereign Reuben. If only we'd finished the Redacted sooner. We were so very close. Not that I have any doubts on our young Sovereign Henry, but he has both shown his incredible intellect and given our passion project a new purpose. He envisions the technology we developed for his father's Redacted, automechanical Redacted, as a new form of Redacted for our soldiers. I wait with bated breath to hear more of his plans and gain direction towards the new noble goal. Sovereign's vision for our new Zeranium-powered armor is advancing exceptionally well. In its initial development, required us to revisit and finish developments of the former Sovereign's Redacted as proof of concepts. But now that said work has been successfully completed, there seems little use for that prosthetical contrivance anymore. After vigorous debate, our intention is to seal the subterranean lab that houses it, and to turn the surface-level antechamber leading into it into a closet. It is arguably an ignominious end for such a noble endeavor, but we can't bring ourselves to disassemble the device. There's simply too much history, passion, and loss wrapped within that stainless steel Redacted. What is more, may it be another poor soul whose body has been ravaged by time, disease, or life-threatening accident may make use of its amazing capabilities. Certainly that is a better potential fate than being recycled for parts. Heavy rounds. Okay. Alright, let's go down here. Automechanical assembly station. This Automech is currently disassembled. Someone was attempting to install a special shock mod onto this unit's primary cannon. Uninstall and recover a zap mod.
I'd surmise that container harbors our mechanical allies' upgrade module.
Open. Valerie's advanced mod kit. Nice. Okay. I think we got everything we needed to through here. Okay. An interesting planet we're on here.
Appreciate if you cleared out
Troublemaker approaching.
parasites.
What's going on up here? Just a little watchtower. So let's see here. That is the backside of the Protectorate blockade. More watchtowers. A lot going on here. Cannonade mech Mach 4, 2450. So let's see, we need to get here for main quest and here for our companion quest.
I see an unfriendly soldier.
That seems odd. Just what are they up to?
Taking punitive action.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Improving position.
Got my...
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Who's that?
Oh my god.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Not trying to fight everybody in the world, but these guys are all pretty hostile. Examine. While I'm aware that establishing a forward supply camp is not the glory some of you had hoped for, this will be the only reminder I will give you that all of us serve as glorious cogs in the great machine. This camp serves as a critical link in the fence that holds the slovenly horde of greed from advancing further. If you should fall in the course of your duty, let your last thought be of your purpose to the future. While your death may be a personal loss, your sacrifice will help hold the enemy in place until the greater power of the Protectorate can be focused here. Together we will win this war. Addendum, and never forget, should words contrary to these reach my ears, I will not hesitate to pull the speaker off the line for mental refreshment. Dissent is defeat. These guys have no sense of humor. Second time I've run right into a fucking... Oh my god. Another level. I'm gaining levels left, right, and center today. Okay, skill points available. Oof. Big guys. Okay. Do we want to go, like, hack up to? I like us being good at hacking. So I don't think there's a ton of need for us to, like...
I fear I must submit myself to mental refreshment. I found myself unable to fully remember this week's regulation changes 2 days ago.
What in the void?
Rock everything! Viscerally!
Susceptible to danger.
Don't make me bury another agent!
Lethally. I am loath to admit I require medical assistance.
To battle! I shall not stay your execution!
That's a big guy. I definitely need more... Nice. Advanced encryption key. I definitely need more shock things, though. Hi, frost slash pew 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 pew. Yes. All the pew pews. How are you doing today? I am a little bit sick, but we're doing our best. The response team's most recent excursion saw us traveling south towards a nest of known raptidons. We managed to successfully exterminate several of the brutes, but had to make a tactical withdrawal after encountering an exceptionally large and intelligent specimen. It mauled 3 wardens and shrugged off our small arms fire. None of the response team's personnel had previously encountered a raptidon of such strength and ferocity. We have to devise a more specialized plan of attack to deal with this particular raptidon. In the meantime, I petitioned Commander Purcell to grant a bounty for this monstrosity. Void take Auntie's choice for having unleashed these horrors upon us. Nice. Shock assault rifle. Niles.
Futures filled me with dread for so long.
Oh no, disease
Now,
begun. I know. It's the
can't believe I'm
holidays. It's
actually
that
starting
time
to
of
be
year, you
excited
know?
about what might come after all this is done.
Field
Sure.
tinkering. Can we make some shock ammo, please? Oh my god, there's so much stuff we can make now. Shock rod. There we go. There we go. Yeah, 1500 feels like the right amount of ammo for this weapon. And if we're going to keep encountering automechs, we need it. But how are you? What are you up to today? Keeping warm up there? It has been surprisingly cold down where I am, like... Oh, hi.
None shall stand against us!
Get out of here. Wrapped it on venom sack. Okay, So this way is to that thing. Okay, these guys are not immediately hostile for some reason. So that's good. Also, there's another Zappy-Doo up there. Let's kill these.
Taking punitive action. At your word, I shall charge.
Good job. What weapon did we get? Oh, cave up here too. And then through that way must be our side quest. We might be able to do this shock tower over here. Okay, these are Raptidons.
I shall reduce them to a slurry.
No, I want my sniper. I'll be a little careful here because we don't have quite as much. Oh, hi.
Ready to dispense judgment.
Get out of here. They ran away. We don't need to deal with those guys. Don't have quite as much plasma as I would like. Yeah, this has got to be where we do the shocky-do.
Damn these monsters! And these cowards won't even fight us face to face. We need to withdraw. I mean, strategically relocate.
Ah, fucking move.
Please don't mess with the protect, Commander.
The idea is to kill them before you die.
Oh my god. Okay, I can't climb that.
Troublemaker approaching.
My thanks and my hammer.
Alright. Pew pew indeed. Alright, what's going on over here? Anything? Oh. Lockpick 17? Fuck. Get fucked. I only just got my fucking hacking to 10. On top of the building first. See what this guy's got for me. heavy revolver, huh? White chocolate yummies. Recalibrate lightning tower. Active. Okay. That's 2. Oh my goodness.
Hey, got a distraction for you.
Okay. Well, that's that lightning tower recalibrated. A lot more fighting up there than I expected. Jeez. Alright, let's head that way. See if we can't deal with this side quest for our buddy Tristan. AKA Hammer Daddy.
Somebody.
We love our Hammer Daddy. I love my little shooty boots.
Gloria, Arcadia, never to be outshone. Our colony.
I shall not.
That's some bad company. Got my lens on an unplugged.
Come on.
Ready to wait. On your command. You have my thanks and my help.
I don't want to kill all these people, but they're all hostile. Alright, what's in here? Whole bunch of stuff to loot. Shock assault rifle, pierce resistant plating bit cartridge. Messages. To all personnel subject, updated screening protocols. Attention all personnel, please be aware that any arbiters or personnel associated with arbiters are now subject to additional screening. Arbiters and personnel associated with arbiters must submit their identification forms in triplicate and shall have any non-standard issue belongings confiscated. All is for the safety of Arcadia. No protocol updates for sentinels or associated personnel. Glory to the console. Attention all personnel as of this moment. Arbiters and those associated must now present all standard issue weaponry and armor at this checkpoint for inspection. Equipment may be recollected at Central Control. May their unarmored passage to Central Control renew their devotion to the console. No protocol updates for sentinels or associated personnel. Glory to the console. Well then, that definitely speaks to the sort of like hostile takeover we were talking about. There's another. Oh, hi.
Let me know when you need a distraction. I am primed to punished.
How are you still upright over there?
Assist me, will you? My death will be a stain on both of us.
You guys couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Over here.
We hold him the head.
Yay, spiders.
You have my thanks and my help.
I know. Alright, there's another tower to calibrate. I don't really want to fight all these guys, but they're pretty persistent.
Spy, move.
None shall stand against us. Death to the complicit. My injuries are not
Troublemaker approaching.
Look at a few corks low, Commander. Ready to
Going
take the heat off you, Commander.
We're going through health pretty fast.
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Ah, fuck you.
Commander, watch your fighters. Give the order and I'll take care of them, Commander. Not getting up without help, Commander.
God damn.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
It's a lot of them. Alright, I am completely out of plasma. So let's swap a weapon. Do I have my plasma shotgun? I also have small plasma charges. I might have those because those are different. So let's put that on there. Oh, hang on. I put it on instead of the wrong thing. Chain spark cannon, put that on there. Okay. Faster recharge on these, so that's good. Okay. Recalibrate lightning tower. That's 3 out of 5 done. Alright. Hopefully this place isn't too hostile towards us.
To battle!
Ooh. Oh no, not more. Oh. Mag pick. Not super... Mag picks aren't super useful right now. But whatever. So we do have a back way into this facility in case we need to use the back door. Also something over this way. What is this? Oh, this is our crazy cultists again. Plasma grenade. Also, let's swap my active grenade to plasma grenades. That'll be more useful than distraction devices. Okay, nice. We have a rift here. A weird looking rift. That's a crazy looking rift. Don't have 11 lockpick skill. Is it gonna be worth going over here? I'm sure there's something, right? There's gotta be something over there worth getting. Okay, abandoned glorious dungeon. Architect, I'm at my wit's end. 2 more members of our cell entered the rift of their own volition over the last several days. Last night I posted a guard, but this morning I woke up to find that the guard and several others had entered the rift, leaving the camp short-handed and unguarded. There are only 3 of us left. This camp is falling apart on my watch. I've taken it upon myself to personally guard the rift. I will not sleep nor abandon my post until I'm confident the other 2 will not prematurely enter the rift.
More cultist Drek. Wonderful. I presume this is another communication device.
Another cultist communications device by the looks of it. Another...
More cultist Drek. Wonderful. I presume this is another...
I guess we have to get Aza over here. Experienced a rather unfortunate incident this morning. While setting up the remainder of the camp, one of our sisters lost their footing while carrying a precious decryption key. A novice brother leapt to catch it. Alas, they managed to throw themselves directly into the rift with the device in the process. A most unfortunate setback. Under other circumstances, I sent a runner back to our parents' cell for a replacement, but remaining hidden is of greater importance than acquiring a replacement decryption key at this juncture. Of greater concern to myself was the look in their eyes from the other brothers and sisters as they watched young brother Ellis disappear into the rift. Hunger? Longing? I hope it was but a momentary lapse. After slipping past the heathens of the Protector and arriving at our target destination, we've located the rift our cell has been charged with protecting. This is my first time observing one directly. Architect is a thing of pure beauty. I now better understand why other members of the Glorious Dawn have fallen to their base temptations and given themselves over to the Architect by entering a rift prematurely. I don't foresee this being a concern within our cell given the quality of the devout brothers and sisters gathered here. Yeah, we already heard a little bit about how that turned out. Alright, let's see if there's anything over here worth getting.
I require medical assistance.
The insides are leaking outside, Commander.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
Ooh. Energy hog. You're constantly leaving the lights on and wasting energy. Your gadget energy now recharges more slowly, but you have an overall larger reserve to use or waste. We'll reject that. There's got to be something over here worth getting, right? Not just a cute little pond-side path to walk down. Right?
Got my left on an unfront.
Prosecuting!
Maybe it's just an alternate way to get over here, yeah. Without having to jump across the bridge. Alright, that's a little sad. There really wasn't much over here. But hey, we got our little rift camp. Advanced decryption key. How he lives in the game created by a capitalist company criticize capitalism. It's not hypocritical at all. Yeah, I mean it's tough because like literally everything is, you know, bound by the capitalist process. So if you want to criticize it, you kind of have to do it from within the system. Over here.
Commander, is there a reason we do not deign to enter through the main gate?
Just looking around. Just looking around. It is nicely tongue-in-cheek, though. Let's see if they'll let us in, or if they're going to attack on sight. Okay, it seems like these guys will let us in.
Central Control is open to no visitors. Turn around. Best turn around. Central Control isn't... Wait. Orbit around? What are you doing here? I've heard a great deal regarding your exploits within the Protectorate. And it is all that prevents me from summoning the Guard. Have strict orders to arrest you on sight.
Oh dear.
I've no desire to slay you, but if you seek to prevent me from pursuing my duties, I will have no other choice.
Huh. Let's just take a step back here. Why isn't Tristan allowed in?
Arbiter Rao did not report to the consul summons. Consequently, he is wanted for questioning. It is only our difference in rank that stays my hand from attempting arrest.
Let's just go back the way we came. This doesn't need to come to violence.
Very well. I shall not sound the alarm, but you are still not permitted to enter this facility either through this entry or any side route. I shall be watching.
Commander, let us speak privately on our next course of action. I did not care for that exchange at all. The idea that the consul would stymie me individually is rather disturbing. Regardless, we do have alternate means of ingress. I seem to recall a number of creatures bypassing the left fence through some upper path we were never able to find. There's also the prisoner entrance on the right. If you're sufficiently dexterous, you may be able to bypass the safeguards to get us in.
Let's get a move on. Let's go this way, because if this involves hacking, we might be able to do this without having to fight anything. Engineering 11, not hacking. Yeah, we've only got like 5 or 6 engineering. Even then, it was engineering 11. Oh, jeez. Alright, we'll go this way. Let's see, there's this here. Did you just say thinking never made anyone happy? Guessing, though, we want to go actually through the little crack over here. Probably gets us in a little further, so we don't have to fight through as much. I love that my knees crack when I crouch. That's amazing. Ooh, bunker mech. Take a look on this roof, see if there's like a way to drop in here. There's a guard up there.
To abrade my imperfections.
I shall resolve locked and loaded.
Oh my god, literally.
I'm hastening to cover.
Now let's get out of here. Yeah. Come on, Tristan.
I sense scum and clone.
Tristan's down. What if I was gonna say, if I get far enough away, yeah, they'll just both be here. My knees cracking actually turned against me. Hi, eyes, how are you? Thinking everybody own happy himbo logic? Very much that. Happy December.
Hostile spot.
Increasing watchfulness.
Tristan, you've got to calm down.
Smells like paint and
Agitated dust. Renovations, I surmise.
Coming up with some
Huh?
folks.
Oh my god, there's so many in here.
Search completed in a logical and timely manner.
on your toes.
I'm a little bit sick still, but thank you for asking. I love that they just came this way. curious if we can get to wherever we're trying to get to.
Henry, about. I'm locked and stocked.
Back to it.
Got troublemaker.
Let's see. Thank you, thank you. We're doing okay, but it is... It's been a little rough. Let's see. I don't want to kill all you guys, but I also don't have a ton of choice here. Buy a bunch of ammo here while we have a chance. Uranium grenades.
Check enemy light just turned on.
Check enemy light. I like that I have a scythe.
The old quarters are... They have all been removed. I hardly recognize this place.
Looking a bit dewy there, Arbiter Rao.
I'm fine. Some arid dust merely found its way into my eye.
Not Hammer Daddy getting sad. What's going on over here? Oh, just an alternate. Maybe I should just keep a melee weapon on hand at all times. It's obviously like, it's not my forte, but it does deal good damage close up. Okay, this copy of the Protector Acumen test is one of the first drafted by the Matriarch herself. You may have noticed its unusually simple questions and greatly truncated length. It was believed initially that this was all required to successfully decide the various vocations of Protectorate subjects. In the many peaceful years following the Matriarch's passing, the Protectorate iterated lightly upon her initial designs. However, after his rise to power, Consul Thoreau correctly identified many ways in which Protectorate Acumen tests could further identify a subject's strengths and weaknesses. The test nearly quintupled in length, allowing us all to rest easy, knowing Arcadia's future subjects will be properly placed in societal roles. rooms. Not much back here.
Call it worthy of review. Disturbance detected! Seeking cover!
Up on artificial flavor.
Malefactor ahead. Spy move!
Oh shit.
I would not refuse assistance.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Seeking
Got
shelter!
eyes on some no good.
They covet our due!
You have my thanks.
Exposure! Ammunition!
Hey now, disruptive influences.
Double back.
That covers what was Come on out. So we might talk straight.
Oh no.
I despise escapery.
See if they calm down.
Symmetry.
Agitator! Coughed up on sugar, no doubt! Can't be...
Well, we're officially blasting our way through this. Senior Sentinel Ebe. I recently finished my review of the security mechanisms present at flagship of the Sovereign. I must say our security coordinators have outdone themselves. Defenses ring every corridor, hourly redundant hallway patrols, and at the crux of it all, no one can access any deck of the ship without providing deck-specific credentials. This means that, for example, an officer of Deck 2 would be unable to access Deck 4 without aid. No assailant or group of assailants could run roughshod over the ship, no matter how coordinated. I hasten to call the ship nigh impregnable. Perhaps we might even implement some of these security measures at Central Control as well. Did not want to attack all of you. Tristan, get back here. Thank you.
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander.
Got my attention. Carefully reloading. Hastening to cover.
I am loath to admit I require medical assistance.
Alright, let's go back. Oh, back here.
You have my thanks and my... I believe what we need is on that terminal. I'll see if I...
An old picture of the Supreme Arbiter and her two proteges, Tristan and Virgil, taken years ago. Remove the frame. Nothing remarkable as you remove the picture from its frame. However, you do notice a line of text and an untidy scrawl on the back of the photograph. To the Supreme Arbiter, a grander mentor has never walked the byways of Arcadia. Gingerly, you place the picture back as you found it.
See if I can find my way in.
A number of volumes still stand on this dust-blanketed bookcase. You pull the book from the shelf, kicking up a small cloud of dust. Opening the book and thumbing through the pages reveals a dense wall of scientific text and a sea of red uncertain underlines, crossouts, and annotations. It looks like the Supreme Arbiter was having a one-sided argument with this book's author. Laws of the Protectorate. It doesn't seem overlarge at first glance. This book is so heavy it almost fights you as you pull it from the shelf. Were you to drop this on your foot, you have no doubt that several of your bones would shatter on the spot. The pages within are so dense, with writing as to be almost completely black in places. The edges of the book are worn, and many pages bear highlights, bookmarks, circles, and other marks. It's clear this book was extremely well loved. This seems to be a wine enthusiast guide for home brewing, with the target audience being officials with very limited amount of time. Judging by how much thicker the dust is on it than every other book, it does not appear to ever have been opened.
The terminal's locked, which is no surprise.
Relatively standard filing cabinet featuring what must be hundreds of dense, boring documents. As you shuffle idly through the paper, skimming something noteworthy, you hear something shift deeper in the cabinet, but it's difficult to surmise where. Use observation. After a few moments of searching, you eventually find that the bottom shelf bears a false bottom. You look up to reveal a small compartment containing a single, lightly dusty ball of alcohol. Take the bottle.
See if you can find some method to bypass its passcode.
Prestige gin, okay. It's not that exciting. The Order of the Standard Globe likely stolen from some Order settlement. You notice a depressed switch half hidden in its base.
Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked.
Examine. Wires and mechanical doodads commingle beneath this device's surface. Best leave it to Tristan.
I think this may unlock the terminal, but the toggle mechanism appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine.
Okay.
You must...
Messages. Supreme Arbiter Marthana Andros. Supreme Arbiter, it is my regret to inform you that over the course of the last week, we've lost another 2 cadres worth of Arbiters in the fighting on Cloister. Their unit was ambushed by a large number of Order troops en route to supplying those holding the archive, and though they eliminated 10 for each of their own feld, they were eventually overwhelmed by Order firepower. We shall doubtless prevail on Cloister. I shall see to that until my dying breath. Though we have lost many more than expected, the Sovereign shall deliver us from this icy wasteland and crush our enemies forthwith. Glory to the Protectorate. From Arbiter Rao. I met with another Arbiter today after the conclusion of your wake. I didn't glean her name. I cannot say whether she volunteered it. She was one of an extensive line of well-wishers, of condolences, of those seeking comfort to give and to take. As the two of us conferred, she spoke of a handful of junior arbiters she has been mentoring, and asked if I had any advice. I told her, see which of your recruits has the best knack for maintaining their weapons. Excellence in the most basic of tasks begets excellence in all else. She thanked me for my insight, but I realized shortly thereafter that it was not my insight, it was yours. All I know and am I learned from you. You and Virgil presented a stable base from which I could be the best I could be. With you gone and Virgil distant, it is for the first time in my life difficult to see what the future might bring. May the Architect grant us both peace. Unsent recording.
Consul Thoreau, I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Hold it. What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot.
That must have been hard to see.
Actually, it wasn't. Perhaps at first, until I discerned her true intentions.
Okay.
My mentor hated the consul and was deeply devoted to the sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the consul into a trap.
There's a simpler explanation here, Tristan. You're just refusing to see it.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense.
Tristan.
Don't Tristan me! Just because the situation looks dire doesn't mean... Wait, do you hear that?
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
Hey, baby. Didn't realize the consulate arbiter's in his pocket,
It's
too.
logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... what am I saying? I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless and accosting a higher-ranked arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate
Hi,
facilities with
Silver.
opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort.
A lot of accusations to throw around. Let's calm
There's
down
no
and
discussion
discuss.
to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken.
Interesting. Can't say she's just following her duty like you are.
At Oculus, and again at the Vox, you showed me that the law may be interpreted. Clemency can be granted where before it would be unthinkable. Here my sense of duty clamors to be answered. But as much as it surprises me to admit it, I think you're correct. To this recruit, I've diverged from the path of righteousness. Slaying her for sincerely trying to do what is right would be a farce of justice.
To find some way to change her mind, you wouldn't kill her?
I would not. But I know the reality of swaying an arbiter from their chosen path. It's likely this situation may devolve into violence regardless.
What is this insanity? I would never imagine an Arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao would come to his senses, but obviously to no avail. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against the Protectorate are all that matters.
Tristan's been a sentinel bent on arresting. Does that seem like a traitor to
He
you?
was simply doing his duty, just as you or I must every day. Killing him would have been wrong, even though attempting to arrest me was a criminal act.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty, and expect telling me so would soften my decision to judge you?
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own sense of justice. And I have. Use your mind. Think about what I did. What you intend to do. Is this moral? Is this right?
Arbiters are under any jurisdiction but their own. No one put you up to this.
What of it? Someone has to stop him.
Ironic. You came here to judge me for much the same reason I have, as you so claim, deserted. I chose to investigate the Supreme Arbiter's death on my own. You chose to investigate my departure on your own. You seek to judge me for the very crime you are guilty of.
But that's impossible. I refuse to believe we both could be guilty if we were simply following what we were taught.
Even the Supreme Arbiter seems to struggle to do the right thing by your
We
laws.
don't know that for certain, but to an onlooker without our knowledge, it could seem that way. And such presumed traitorousness would be very confusing.
Even the Supreme Arbiter has struggled with this? That doesn't seem possible. But I suppose there's no way to ask her now. I shall trust your words. Consider my hand stayed. I can see that judging Tristan would only rob the Protectorate of another of its servants. It seems I must reflect on this matter.
Tristan, what do you think?
It would appear we're in agreement. Neither of us shall raise a hand against the other. I'm pleased.
Thank you for the
Guess a
hydrated pop.
candidate can change his spots. Sometimes.
So, what course of action do we take now?
Tristan, any words of wisdom you can
It's
impart?
important for an arbiter to use their forebrain. Next time you encounter something as strange as a loyal arbiter diverging from the path of righteousness, investigate. You may find more questions than answers. But deciphering them and interpreting justice as best we can is how we might serve Arcadia.
Uphold justice in my way. I'll attempt to remember that, Arbiter Rao. Thank you.
Glory to the Protectorate, Junior Arbiter. Make me proud. I'm pleased we were able to resolve that altercation peaceably. Robbing Arcadia of an enthusiastic recruit would have given me little joy.
You're showing a lot more restraint these days than I'd expect. Mayhall's right to look up to you.
You know, I'd even venture to say she reminded me just a little of myself as a lad.
It's hard to imagine you as a bright-eyed recruit.
I assure you, I was once there. Any arbiter of note must build their character on a foundation of enthusiasm. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired.
Okay, fair. Then we better go find Virgil.
Agreed. I'm not sure of his whereabouts since last we encountered him. I'll send him a message. With luck, we'll hear from him before long.
Okay, objective complete. We'll get out of here, and then I'll give Edgar his snacky. Curious where the back way is into this place. Probably here. Yeah. Transition to Tomb of the Matriarch. Okay, we found the secret passage. One of the locations on this map bears a bright red X mark, a small note is pinned beside it. Suspected site of initial signing of Articles of Confederation early into Arcadia's founding. Name successfully stricken from records. No copies of surviving initial articles, but extremely sporadic rumors persist that they were shockingly lenient in regards to punishing citizen infractions and allowed subjects frightful amounts of autonomy. Though our society has proven that citizens must require strict rules to thrive, rumors of any other guidelines must not be allowed to persist. Continue to identify sources of information and excise most thoroughly. Interesting. Are you in the table? Okay.
Let the paradigm worry about
I don't feel the need to kill those two. Just doing push-ups. Get out of here. Nope. All right, we're out of there. So there's our next quest right there. Let's just kind of get over there. Planet is very weird. Sure, I already went into this building, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. This over here is our next quest right there, and that's a major quest.